What's going on, guys? Welcome to the long-awaited house tour that you have all been asking for. I know I've been taking a while to get this done, but here it is, and let's get right into it. So, welcome to my bedroom. This is probably the most seen room on my Instagram and TikTok, and I did do a previous room video. Go check that out for a more in-depth tour, but I'm gonna run through everything real quick again. So starting with probably the most asked about thing is my bed. This is a Tempur-Pedic mattress with a Metropolitan home bed frame. Unfortunately, the bed frame is discontinued, and the sheet set from Parachute Home has just recently got discontinued, which is such a bummer because I don't know what I'm gonna do if this rips or something happens to it. Yeah, I have really no way of replacing it, so I'll have to look elsewhere. Hopefully Parachute Home gets this color back in once they realize how many people like it, because I just get questions about it all the time. So in front of the bed, I have my TV set up. I'm rocking a 43-inch Samsung TV, and I'm using it with the Apple TV. I just prefer the OS of the Apple TV, and yeah, I think it looks a lot better. Being able to put these screensavers on, I think it really ties a lot of things in. I actually recently picked up a second one as well, which we'll see later on. Apple TV is definitely a great buy, especially if you really hate the OS in smart TVs, which I do. I'm also using a Sonos Beam as my soundbar. I love Sonos as a whole, and you'll really see that throughout my home. I just love the ability that it pairs up with Alexa. Stop. Exactly. And just gives the ability to connect all of your Sonos devices throughout your home, whether you're playing music or watching a show. I can really just jam out in any room of my home, given the pairability. I'm also rocking a Google Nest Hub as my digital clock. I really don't use it for much else besides that. I know it seems silly, but these things go on sale like quite often, so it's not a bad idea to pick it up just for an aesthetic view. I'm actually thinking about picking up a second one for my new desk setup. I'm just waiting on a sale, so make sure you guys check out those sales if they ever come. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my TV setup. The TV stand that everyone asks about is from HomeGoods, and if you know HomeGoods, you know that once something's there, it's there, and then once it's gone, it's gone. So again, apologies if you can't find that, but if anybody happens to find it somehow, let me know, and I'll be happy to link it to all of you guys. Also, you'll see around my home that I have a bunch of Dyson products. I've always loved Dyson. I have the humidifier and purifier in my room, and you'll see a bunch of other purifiers, vacuums throughout the home, and luckily I've just recently got the chance to work with Dyson. Make sure to check Dyson out if you haven't. So my room is where I spend the majority of my time, obviously sleeping 8 hours a day, relaxing, and then just work. So as you can see behind me, I have my desk set up. I do have other areas in the room where I can set things up, but honestly, I kind of just like it being in here. I like working late at night, and after I'm done, I like just getting into bed right after. So it makes everything pretty easy for me. So this is my main workstation. I am a Mac user, so I am working off the Mac Studio and the Studio Display. My Mac Studio is the M1 Max. It is a few years old at this point, but it's still running perfectly smooth. I also use an M1 Max MacBook Pro just for work when traveling or whenever I'm going out to coffee shops. I typically don't work out of the home that often, but just in case I do, I like to bring this with me. So tucked away in the corner here next to my desk is where I have my camera gear. It's displayed up on this rack, which is honestly perfect for my uses. I installed 2 hooks underneath, just allowing for my backpacks to be hung up. On this wall, I have my charging station. So I actually built this charging station and did a YouTube video on it as well. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure to head over to my YouTube. So that's pretty much my room. Like I said, I had a more in-depth tour posted a few weeks ago, I believe. So make sure to check that out if you guys wanted a few more details about it. But yeah, let's just move on to other areas of the house that a lot of you guys are curious about. So I'll take you there now. This is my mudroom. Well, it used to be the mudroom. Now it's my lounge room. This is one of my newer upgrades to the home. I think this was completed in December of 2023. It's been a place that I've wanted to redesign for quite some time. Thankfully with being able to work and then do content gave me the ability to finally transform this room into what I've wanted to have for a long time. So like I said, this used to be my mudroom. It's the first entry point into the home, but honestly, it's quite large. Using it as just a place to come in, put your shoes down and then enter the home really just didn't seem like it was serving its full potential. And that's why I decided to design it into a lounge room. I wanted this room to be a place where I can come and just start my day and relax in the morning, have a cup of coffee, listen to some music, either, read a book, catch up on emails, whatever it may be. I wanted it to really be peaceful and relaxing. And I think I've really accomplished that here. The main thing that I wanted in this room was a coffee bar, which I've set up here as you can see. Over here, I have my Nespresso. I think it's just more convenient for me at the moment. Eventually, I'd like to upgrade to an actual espresso machine. For right now, this works out fine and I really enjoy it. I do also have a record player on this side. It was something that I added not too long ago. I just really wanted to create an atmosphere where either myself and others could sit, enjoy, have a cup of coffee, listen to some music. And I think those two things really tie in this room well. It really serves more of a purpose now than just a room you come into just to get into the main house. So obviously, to have a relaxing environment, you need couches or chairs. I used to have a couch in here and honestly I think it took up way too much space. So I decided to sell that and get these two chairs along with this matching ottoman. These items were also on their final sale, so I saved a little bit of money there. Only problem is I was really scared that once they came in that I would not like it and have no idea what I would do with them because they still costed quite a penny. But it's safe to say that I'm really enjoying this setup. I think the colors match perfectly in here. Obviously, you can tell that I love the dark theme throughout my home. There are places that are lighter, don't worry, but for this and my bedroom, I really think that these colors really just make it me. And yeah, I really enjoy that about this room. The last thing about this room that I really love is that I have a half bathroom tucked away back there. This makes it really nice if I ever have people come over that I'm speaking to for the first time. We're sitting here relaxing, they need to use the bathroom, they can get up and do so without really having to enter the main house. So hopefully we continue to add to this room, make it more comfortable. And it also serves as another place for filming, which is a big plus for me because filming in my room over and over again does get boring. So having options now throughout my home is definitely a plus. And this is my living room. This is the most recent upgrade I've done to my home. I used to have an older TV set up right here. I don't know if you guys remember those Samsung curved TVs, like the big thick ones. And that was sitting on top of a big old-fashioned TV stand with a fireplace in it. And I absolutely hated it. Over Black Friday, decided to upgrade and get the Samsung frame and also get a new TV stand, again from Castlery. I've always wanted a Samsung frame TV, so to be able to finally get one was, amazing, and also for a pretty good deal on Black Friday. I think I saved a few $100. I love how flat it is against the wall, and obviously the ability to put any artwork up on it gives the illusion of a painting just being there when the TV's not on, so that's a big plus in my books. Also, the new version has a matte finish, which comes in really handy considering I have a big window over on this side letting in sunlight throughout the day, so it really eliminates pretty much all glare whenever watching TV on here or playing games during the day. Speaking of playing games, I am using a PlayStation 5. I recently got it actually. I haven't played PlayStation in years prior to getting this. I sold my PlayStation 4 quite some time ago and really just stopped playing games. And now that I redesigned this room, I was like, okay, it's the perfect thing to add here, for when I have guests over and sometimes just, by myself, just wanting to relax and put on a few games. So like I said earlier, you'll find Sonos all around my house. I actually forgot to mention that the record player out in the lounge room is actually hooked up to a Sonos speaker. It's a Sonos Era 100, I believe it's called. I'll have everything linked down below by each room so that you guys are able to go and check things out if you're interested in any of them. But yeah, that's the speaker that I'm using out there. And in here for the TV, I'm actually using the Sonos Arc. This was also on sale for Black Friday, so I decided to get the TV and this at the same time. Just, why not if you're saving, decent amount of money. And next to the TV stand, I also just added the Sonos Sub Mini. Both Sonos in this room sounds amazing while playing games, listening to music, and watching movies and TV shows. And Sonos really allows you to pair everything up throughout your home. So here, the bedroom and the lounge room, I can be playing the same exact song all throughout and have that same listening experience no matter what room I find myself in. Again, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of Dyson throughout my home. So as you can see, I have the Dyson Big Plus Quiet purifier for this large space in my house. The Big Plus Quiet was actually something I was eyeing for so long. Every time I would go into a Best Buy, I would see it and I would say, I want to buy this thing, but it was just oh, I didn't want to pull the trigger on it. But when I got the opportunity to talk to Dyson, and this was one of the products that they were looking to promote in their campaign, I was just extremely excited, along with, other products. But this was the main thing that I wanted. Not only is it capable of purifying air in a large space, but it also is a great statement piece, in my opinion. I think it looks super cool, and anybody that comes in here always asks, like, what is that, and why does it look like so cool? I think it's honestly just another piece of decor alongside its use capabilities, right? Really lucky to be able to work with them and have all these, products in my home. If you want to see more information about these products, there are a few videos up already on both my TikTok and Instagram, along with a few to be released soon. But yeah, just really grateful for this Dyson partnership, and make sure to check them out because they are the best in home floor care, air purification, and I honestly wouldn't recommend another brand over them. So the couch. I get asked a lot of questions about the couch. This is a sectional by Cindy Crawford. Bought this probably 4 or 5 years ago now. I've had this couch for a long time and I love it. It's able to seat so many people. I think at one time we had about 10 people being able to all fit on this at the same time. So to be able to accommodate everyone on this couch and watch TV or play board games, whatever it may be. Yeah, really love this couch. If I can link it, I will. I'm not sure if it's still available, but if it is, I will link it down in the description below. This coffee table is actually a recent addition as well. I was so picky about coffee tables, but I found one that's actually very similar to the Luca TV stand that I have under the TV. But this is actually from Wayfair. It was a great deal. I mean, I didn't want to spend so much money on a coffee table because it doesn't really get much use. I didn't really see a point in, spending a few $100s on one. I believe this one was like 140. So if I get bored of it, I can swap it out for something else. So I'd rather spend a little bit on something that will serve itself for the time being. And then whenever I decide to change it or upgrade, I can do so. So yeah, I'm really happy with how my living room has turned out so far. There's obviously a lot more to add just with any other room in my house, as I've mentioned, but it's off to a great start. And we're just gonna keep adding as we go. And obviously not wanting to do everything all at the same time because trends come and go and you're gonna change, your taste in what you enjoy. Slowly but surely, I'm adding pieces that I think will really serve its purpose in the long term and also resonate with my taste going forwards. But those are the 3 main rooms that have really been updated in my home. There are, of course, other projects that I want to work on, and hopefully I can bring you guys along the journey of, further renovations now that I'm focusing more on long form content in 2024. So let me know if you guys would like to see a lot of those renovations or if you'd rather just see the finished product at the end. This is probably one of those rooms that I would remodel next. This is my kitchen. Although it's serving its purpose and it's, fine for what it is, I really think the design is outdated. If any of you guys have redone a kitchen before, you know how expensive it is to do so. And I want to wait on that since I've been putting money into these other rooms so quickly. I want to give myself a little buffer of time in order to get this done. So that pretty much wraps it up for my home tour. I hope I showed you guys everything that you've wanted to see. I know you've all been asking for it for such a long time, and that's my apologies of taking so long to finally get it done. I've just had a lot of projects, short form wise, that I've had to work on throughout the last few months. And now that I have a little extra time, I was able to get this done and put it up, which is what I've been wanting to do for so long. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if I missed anything. Like I said, everything will be linked in the description below, either to my Amazon storefront or directly to the website of each product. There's a lot more to come in the future. I don't want to show you guys, but I do have a finished basement, but I'm currently redecorating it to become more of a tech space, more of another work area for myself. So hopefully when we get that done, I'll be able to show you guys all of it. And yeah, hopefully it turns out really cool. So if you guys are excited about that, let me know in the comments. If you guys want to see it, let me know. And I will look to get that done as soon as possible. There are some obstacles to conquer down there, but yeah, I'm really, really excited for what 2024 has to bring in terms of my content, in terms of connecting with you guys and building this community. So again, I really appreciate all of you. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. That's where I post the most. And I will see you guys all on the next one.